Good morning, viewer. Welcome to our Fosak TV USA. What we are finding about Russia invades Ukraine. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said he is ready to accept a neutral status as part of a peace deal with Russia, but any agreement would have to be put to the Ukrainian people in a referendum. His comments to Russian journalists come as the next round of talks between Russia and Ukraine will be held in the Turkish city of Istanbul on tomorrow, Tuesday, according to the Turkish presidency. Russian forces continued missile strikes across Ukraine Sunday evening, including the cities of Lutsk, Kharkiv, and Rivan, and another city. Also, an advisor to the president of Zelensky said those things. Ukraine's military intelligence said Russian President Vladimir Putin could be looking to curb Ukraine in two, like North and South Korea. Russia's operations around Kyiv had failed, and it was now impossible for the Russian army to overthrow the Ukrainian government, he said. Ukraine's deputy defense minister said Monday that Russian forces were attempting to establish a corridor around the Ukrainian capital to block supply routes amid fighting around Kyiv suburbs. The enemy is trying to make a corridor around Kyiv and block transport routes, said Hanna Malior, Ukraine's deputy defense minister, in television. The defense of Kyiv continues. Ground forces, air assault forces, special operations forces, territorial defense are involved. Kyiv residents are also very active in the defense of Kyiv. It is very difficult for the enemy, but we must speak honestly. The enemy is not letting up attempts to siege Kyiv after all, because taking Kyiv essentially means taking Ukraine. So that is their goal. The Kyiv Regional Military Administration said in a statement Monday that areas around the western suburbs of Bucha, Irpin, Hostomel, and Makariv, as well as the route from and to the city of Zhytomyr to the west and areas north of Vyshehor, remained very dangerous and prone to shelling by Russian forces. Over the past 24 hours, there have been more than 440 incidents of selling by Russian troops of housing estates and social infrastructure, the statement said. A town north bus road on Sunday found first-hand the damage done by Russian military force. Several houses had been completely destroyed. Residents and local authorities reported near-daily explosion in the area. The Kremlin is concerned by US President Joe Biden's comments about Russian President Vladimir Putin. Spokesman Dmitry Peskov said Monday. Biden said on Saturday during a visit of Poland that Putin should no longer remain in power. White House officials later downplayed the remarks, saying Biden was not calling for regime changes, but the Kremlin issued its own affronted response, saying Russia's ruler is not to be decided by Mr. Biden. These statements are certainly causing concern, Peskov said Monday on a regular conference call with journalists when asked about Biden's comments. We will continue to closely monitor the statement of the US President. We carefully note them and will continue to do so, Peskov added. At least 5 people were reportedly injured over the weekend after at least 2 missiles struck Lviv, a city in western Ukraine that had been previously spared the worst of Russia's brutal onslaught, local officials said. One of the strikes hit a fuel storage facility, causing it to catch fire, and a later strike caused significant damage to the city's infrastructure facilities, according to the city's mayor Andrei Sadovy. For a better sense of the situation of the ground, we found so many things, but the invasion from Lviv, responses sent via email on Sunday. Can you describe how people in Lviv are behaving at this moment? We went out to one of the main square today, less than 24 hours after a series of Russian missile strikes, and it was packed. So many people out enjoying the beautiful weather and street music and food. It was astounding. Their reasons for being there were twofold. Some people told us it was their way of showing Putin that they cannot be intimidated. But the majority of the people we spoke with were actually from different parts of the country, and frankly, they have seen worse. So the missile strikes here did not scare them, at least not as much as the things they have lived through in Kharkiv or Sami or Kyiv. Beyond the report, Fosok TV USA.